Hi guys, welcome back to Caribbean Charm. My name is Abby, and in today's episode we're going to be discussing why having flowers is so important. Now, I'm embarrassed to say that I was a person who once believed that having flowers in the garden was a waste of space, a waste of effort, and a waste of my time. But I've come to realize that that's not so. And here's why. Because I was gardening, I had all my plants, they were healthy looking, they bloomed bountifully, and I got nada, zit, zero production. So, like this, I would get squash flowers, and they would be looking healthy, and they would be, you know, bountiful, and at the end of the day they will dry up, the fruit will fall off, and no I got no fruit. So you're probably wondering why I'm going to get me new flowers. Well, the reason is that I have vegetable plants that are about to come into bloom, and I need the beneficial insects to come by and help me with my pollination. So right here I have a zucchini plant, and it's about to bloom, and getting me those flowers will help the bees and the butterflies to recognize that my zucchini is about to flower or is flowering, and to do my pollination for me. So the plan today, guys, is to head to the home store in order to get me some new flowers, as the flowers I have are about to die back, and just for a fresh color in the garden, I'll be heading to the garden store in order to get that. Okay guys, so we are at the garden store, and I am about to go and try and get me some flowers. So hope all goes well and I find what I want. So these are some of the flowers that they have, and lots of different types of flowers that you can use in your garden. They also have zinnias, the red, the yellows, the pinks. They're gorgeous. The gorgeous, gorgeous flowers. They even have the white ones. And they have some marigolds, which is predominantly what I want today, some marigolds. Some beautifully colored marigolds, orange and reds and yellows. Ooh, they have a yellow and red as well. The good thing about marigolds is that they start off one color and they can change into something completely different. They also have this variegated, mixed colored or multicolored zinnia. I think it's pretty. So I'm going to get me my plants and get out of here, because as we know, the corona is going crazy. Okay guys, so I chose my flowers, and when we get back in, we will discuss all the reasons why I chose these flowers. So I am back. These are the flowers that I got today, and of course I could not resist. Do you guys see the vibrance of yellow in this zinnia? I couldn't resist, guys. I really couldn't. So I'm about to tear out this Malabar spinach. It's tired looking. I loved it while it was here, but now I need my zinnias to go in to help me attract my bees and my butterflies. I also have this gorgeous looking zinnia. It's multicolored and it is also single layered, but as you can see, this flower has a lot of pollen deposits here in the center, which would definitely attract the bees. If I smell it, smells good. So definitely it would attract those bees and those butterflies, preferably the bees, and I would explain to you why preferably the bees than the butterflies in a bit. So this is the final flower here that we're going to be discussing. This is a marigold. Jumbo. Thank you, honey. Thank you, sweetie. This is a marigold that I got to put by my zucchini plant, and this is where I'm going to put it. The reason why I got a marigold is because yes, it attracts. It also helps, like if there's any nematodes or any bad bacteria or fungi in the soil, the marigold is known to help with that issue as well. The scent of the leaves throw off plant pests like aphids and all kinds of other insects that would damage the plant. So the reason why I chose marigold is to really help not just with the pollination but also with the battle against the bad insects. So there are different types of flowers you can get. You have the zinnias, you have the lantanas and the cosmos and a whole host of flowers. I do recommend that you take native flowers because it can handle our climate, and they don't really have as much pests as the greenhouse flowers, if you understand what I mean. So like for instance, let me give you an example of a native flower. It's not in bloom like I mentioned before. I have flower plants, but they're so far behind, and my little daughter, she came and she broke she picked the leaves off of this one. But this is something we call vervine. It grows into a beautiful bush with little tiny purple flowers. The bees love that. This is another Benjamin's button. It grows a pink flower, and also the bees love that as well. So if you're going to choose flowers in your garden, choose flowers that's not going to give you extra work, but that would be able to assist you in doing the job of attracting the pollinators. So there are different animals and different insects that are attracted to your flowers. You have hummingbirds, you have bees, you have butterflies, you have wasps. All of these you want in your garden. Take for instance this example of the butterfly plant. It sends out a beautiful lilac or light pink bloom that the hummingbirds love, and it's a delight to see them in the garden. Also, the morning glory, it blooms in the morning, and by 12 o'clock it either falls or closes back up for another day. The hummingbirds as well love these flowers, the hummingbirds and the bees. Another plant that the bees love is this mint, some kind of mint. I don't really know the name of it, but these little tiny flowers, the bees are all over this every single morning. The bumblebees as well, they come by for these flowers, as well as the cosmos. The bees love that, and the butterflies. Now, I prefer the bees to the butterflies for the fact that butterflies lay their eggs on your leafy greens, and of course we know that those eggs hatch into caterpillars, which then eat our leaves and then causes a problem. So as pretty as butterflies are for me, I really do not prefer to have butterflies. I prefer the bees, as they come, pollinate, and go their way. Butterflies, they're pretty, but they leave eggs and caterpillars behind. I almost forgot to mention that I also have me a sunflower going. But this is going to take some time, as it is now about to start blooming. As you can see, it's about to break the barrier of the squash and head on up. It's now about to head up, and this will also attract bees and butterflies and birds and all that jazz, all that stuff that we want in the garden. Not to mention that it would be a delight. It would be a delight to to see that sunflower in my garden, to see that ray of sunshine. And it just goes to show that flowers were intended to be in the garden. We really just have to make space for them because they have a purpose. So thanks so much for joining me, guys, today, talking about flowers and the importance of the flowers in the garden. In my experience, I've come to recognize that flowers have a place if we want to succeed. There's nothing more frustrating than seeing a healthy plant and recognizing that your blooms are coming and then falling off. Attract those bees and wasps and all that jazz into your garden, and you will get a lot more production. So that's it for today. Please, if you enjoyed the content, like, thumbs up, and if you have not already, subscribe to my channel, where I will be sharing with you all that I've learned in my little tiny garden here in the tropics, and we can learn from each other. Until next time, take care.